Everybody, today I'm going to be doing a Huggies special delivery diapers review. I got these diapers months ago when I did my mega food haul, if you haven't seen those. But I lost my measuring cup, so I hadn't had a chance to do it, and I just kind of wanted to take a break from YouTube also. But now I want to get back to it. And then at the end of the video, if we have more time, I'm going to do a chocolate bar review. I'm going to try to make these videos like item per item instead of bunching them all up together, so they're not as long and I can go into more detail of each item instead of trying to rush through it. So see if that works better. If you like the comparison better, let me know. If you like the items done individually, let me know as well. So let's get to it. Now, with these special delivery diapers, from what I understand, they're basically Huggies' version of Pampers Pure. So they're all plant-based diapers. There's the prints on it, like the Pampers Pure does as well. Still have the wetness indicator. And the quilting on the inside is like leaves and like the Huggies logo. These are newborn. I think when I reviewed Pampers Pure, which I do have that in the diapers video playlist, I think they were size 1, I believe. So these are one size smaller. So hopefully we'll still be able to compare the two pretty well. I think the last one held about, the Pampers Pure size 1 held about 450 to 500 cc's. So let's see how much the Huggies special delivery ones hold, being one size smaller. Because I remember doing the Huggies Little Snugglers and the Pampers Swaddlers, and Huggies was a little bit less in terms of like cc's, milliliters that it could hold, being the exact same size, but it wasn't too much further off. Still feels like any other Huggies diaper I've done. Very stretchy, that quilted inside. I remember with the Pampers Pure, it was more, I don't know if you can see that or not, it was more, like of a mesh, like a soft mesh type material, so that way there was more wetness, not actually touching the baby, because it would go through the mesh, so that there wasn't any direct skin contact, whatever hadn't been absorbed. So that is different, that this is like a normal Huggies diaper, but it doesn't have the mesh material like the Pampers Pure. So I don't know if that will make a difference. It does have the wetness indicator on the back, just like the other ones. Only preemie diapers fit my babies. So if I'm going to do a preemie diaper, then I will try it on my babies, but I've only been able to do that with the Huggies Little Snugglers, because I already had those, and I wasn't going to review a Pampers preemie Swaddlers when I had already reviewed the Pampers Swaddlers. I wasn't going to do that. So the first design is like a zebra design. The first one is like a, I don't know what they call these, little like dove messenger special delivery type design. And the different sizes, just like in Pampers, I hit the water cup, I know what I got on it, just like in the Pampers Pure, have different designs depending on the age, or size, I should say, of the diaper. And then this one just has like little line designs on it. So shady. And for newborn. Okay, so I'll put these two off to the side because I'm going to just be wetting one diaper so I can still use or donate the other ones. I just wanted all three so you could see all three designs. Let's see. Try to get it as flat as possible, but it's kind of bunched up a little bit here. It still has the weak guards just like it did before. It's a little bunched up, so I don't know how that will affect the video or not. But we will see. I hate when diapers bunch up like that. I know I've done reviews like that where they bunch up and it's really annoying. They don't want to stay open, so it's like really hard to do a review. Because they constantly want to fold back into the natural shape and so on and so forth. So I have a cup of water, which is 250 cc's. So we may have to fill it up a little bit more, but I do have a side cup of water here if we need to fill it up more. But we're going to start with a cup, which is 250. And I'll show the wetness indicator like always. Again, here is the inside of it. And I have a very short cord. My phone is charging right now. So I'll just give you the best views that I can. I know it seems like I say that in every video, but it's true. And of course in every video I will link down below. My videos have been getting less views because they are not marked for kids. Not that I review or mention anything that's inappropriate, just it's not kids material, depending on the item I review or things I might say in the video. That doesn't make it inappropriate. I just kind of want to, cover my butt, so to speak. And I didn't start YouTube for getting like famous or anything like that. Just thought it would be something interesting to do. So if you could share the video, feel free to. Check out my other playlists as well to also do a diaper comparison if you'd like to do it that way. Just watch each individual video. But anyway, let's get on with the review. This is like a little bit cooler than warm temperature, but it's pretty close. I'll show you guys. I have a cup here. You can't see it really because it's low, but it's at a cup. So let's see what happens here. Spread it throughout. Diaper. It's absorbing pretty quickly. A little bit splashed. But that's the thing with a measuring cup is it's not going to be the most accurate. But it's still going to be pretty close. It feels really like wet against the baby's skin. Like I feel like it, like my fingers are, like I'm touching the spots where I poured it, and my fingers are damp. So that is a downfall of these. It still absorbs pretty quickly, but you still don't want that wetness absorbed into your baby's skin, because of course it would be urine and not water. You can see a little bit of the wetness indicator coming through. Not much of it though. And that was about 50 to 100 cc's, so keep going. And And I do have a towel under here because I have to do it in my bedroom now. I find that easier. So I have a towel so it doesn't get all over everything. So I poured more in there. You can definitely feel the absorbency beads or whatever it is. Well, they wouldn't be beads because they're all plant-based. So I'm not sure exactly what they use. I'm assuming it's cotton. So if I squeeze it, some of the water, like I said, does come out on my hand. So these are definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting them to be a lot closer to Pampers Pure. But now it kind of feels like a damp blanket when a blanket hasn't dried all the way. But I'm still getting, my hands are not dripping, but they're still damp enough. Like if I were to put it on my pants, you'd see little water spots. So not horribly damp, but not completely wet through yet. So it's damp on the inside, but it hasn't leaked through the back. Now, because the inside is so damp and getting filled up, now it's starting to leak out the sides because it is so damp. So it's not horribly leaking out the back, but it's starting to leak out the sides and feel heavy because of the amount of water splashing. That's about the whole 8 ounces. And it is very, very soaked through. Feeling a little bit damp on the back. Not horrible, but a little bit damp. But it's definitely like your baby would be swimming in this at this point. So, and I can squeeze it, and like my hands get soaking. I don't know if you can see that, how it's dripping. But just by me like squeezing it or like putting weight on it, like a baby's bottom, my fingers are dripping. So that is, of course, not good. And I'll show you the back again. The wetness indicator is not not as accurate as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like a bright blue line. Because I think with Pampers it was either bright blue or even with the Huggies little snugglers, it was some bright blue, not this like yellowish green. I mean, I know yellow and blue make green, but I find that a little strange, that it's not as accurate, but again, that might be because it's plant-based as well. I'm not positive. That might be why it changes. But these are definitely not as absorbent as I thought they were going to be. Definitely not a overnight type of diaper. 8 ounces is only, it's still tiny bit in there, but 8 ounces is only $2.50. So this would be more accurate of like a Honest Company diaper in terms of amount of water that can be absorbed before it starts leaking through. Or the 7th generation diapers. The newborn 7th generation held very little. And the overnight 7th generation diapers held more. kind of closer to this. And like I said, the Pampers Pure held about 500, and that was a size 1. And remember, this only held about 250, so half of that. And this is one size smaller. So, definitely not what I was expecting. If I were you as parents, I would continue with the little snugglers or the Pampers Pure, because when I did the review on the Pampers, the Huggies little snugglers, and they held, 350 to 400, which was about a quarter more than this. Those were preemie size. So if I were you, I would stick with Pampers Pure, like I said in my first video, when I did the Pampers Pure, because these are about the same as 7th generation. What is that? Okay, so I was just squeezing it, and like this came out of it. I don't know what that is. It feels like a gel, and I know this has been on the news before. Maybe not necessarily for Pampers Pure, or Huggies Special Delivery. So I'm actually not entirely sure what this is, but it feels like jelly. Like, glad I was squeezing, and it just like burst out from underneath the. I didn't want to pick this up and have even more fall on the floor. That already did. But it's like underneath the actual like blanket type cotton padding. So if the diaper got that heavy and that much weight on it, and that pushed down on, that could burst into your baby's in the diaper, which of course it makes it worse because it's a huge blowout, not only for the baby but for the diaper itself blows up. And I would not want this on my baby's skin, just because I don't know what it is, and it looks gross, and diapers shouldn't be doing that anyway. It feels like really slimy, like slime, almost. Very, very slimy. I'll show it to you again. It's really hard to explain it. It feels like slime. Yeah. So, these I'm not impressed with. Like I said, Pampers Pure is more of a mesh material, and they were able to hold a lot more. So again, I would stick with Pampers Pure. Pampers still comes up on top. I know Huggies and Pampers are always competing, but Pampers, I still believe, is the #1 choice for hospitals, babies, parents, price point, price for your money. Like, you wouldn't want to spend a little bit less on this, but then you get a little bit less in diaper, because then you're going to be spending more money in the long run, because you're going to have to buy more diapers. So, in the long run, I think Pampers is worth it in all aspects. Yeah, because this exploded everywhere. So, I will see you guys in the next video, because that's really all I have. I want to get this stuff off my hands, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey.